Hey, it's me, Rykor. Today we're going to have a walkthrough through the Divine Realm Peaks of Time. Here are some of the epic rewards that you can receive from the event: an epic copy of Shemira and Dua's Grace fragments. And here are some of the common rewards: a bit of dust, gold, and diamonds, which are great for any starter account. Now let's head in and let's see what's all about. As you can see here is a hexagon pattern that is spiraling outwards, and each time you defeat an enemy, a hexagon will disappear, essentially shrinking the map smaller each time. Now what you have to do is you have to collect a single color to be able to teleport to the final boss, either a green, blue, in order to spawn the teleporter. So what you have to do is you have to get 3 of the same colors in order to spawn the teleporter. So what we have to do is find which spiral or which branch will disappear the quickest. As you can see here, this is the first branch and it will disappear first. So therefore I've chosen this branch to complete first. So as we can see here, make sure that you choose relics that benefit your team the most. If you are getting the wrong relics, or you find that the stage is slightly too difficult, try and restart the stage in order to get better relics that are better suited for your team. So for example, if you're using more Graveborn, such as in my case, then you get wilder tokens, then just restart until you get only Graveborn relics for your team. So there I'm having a look at which branch I should go to next, as the branches disappear each time you defeat an enemy. So I'll decide to go bottom and see how to defeat the enemies. Another thing that you can do is you can use a mercenary. In my case, I'm using a Prince of Persia. As each time he uses his ultimate, he can deal a significant amount of aerial effect damage to the entire enemy team. As well, he can stun them. So if the enemy teleports or has a snipe ability, Prince of Persia is able to stun them before they even have a chance to use any of their abilities. This will essentially buy your team time, so your allies can ult and use their abilities to damage or even kill the enemy team. Another thing that you can do is you can turn auto off. So as soon as you have reached the final enemy, or one enemy remains on the battlefield, you can turn auto off, and then you can let your heroes deal with that enemy. So as soon as you start the next new battle, you're full energy and you can immediately take down a couple of enemies as soon as you walk in. If, for example, you've lost a hero, such as in this case, I've lost Silas, then you can easily just restart until you get the outcome that you want. So as you can see here, the Sylvina teleports on top of Odin. Luckily, I've got Silas, who keeps on healing Odin throughout the whole battle. Additionally, Odin will teleport any enemies on top of each other, so he'll take an enemy that's very close to him and teleport it onto the largest group of enemies and stun all of them as well. Another thing you can do is you can swap out your formation, see how you can move your heroes around and see if there's a different effect on the battle. Another great hero that you can mercenary in order to make this event extremely easy is an Irons, who can deal a lot of damage. In my case, Prince of Persia, or a 30 SI Saurus. This will allow the Saurus will be easily able to do high amounts of damage, as most of the enemies are Graveborn. Additionally, he'll be able to heal your entire team back up to full each time he's able to reach his 5 stacks. So there we go. A second seal has appeared. Second green seal has appeared. So before you enter the portal and fight the final boss, Make sure you get as many relics as possible. So if you see that there's still enemies available for you to attack, you can basically attack them, get more relics, get stronger, and make the final boss even easier. So you can always restart, as I'm doing, and just changing up the formation and seeing how it plays out. Always make sure that you have a decent healer such as Lucius, Silas, Nomura, or any other healer in that regard, in order to keep your allies topped up and ready to go for the next fight. As you can see there, I'm slowly walking towards the next green seal. Luckily, my Silas was able to ult and keep my Odin topped up and alive. As you can see there, Odin teleported the Sylvina onto the most densely populated enemies and reduced the amount of damage that he is taking. As you can see here, none of the relics benefit my team, so what I could choose, I could restart the entire event and see if I get better relics if I am struggling. Also, other great heroes that can make this event a lot easier is any hero that has a crowd control ability. So in my case, I'm using 4 heroes actually. Pharrell, he basically uses one of his abilities that can fear the enemy team. This essentially stuns him for 3 seconds. Then there's Odin, who teleports enemies onto the most populated area of enemies. So if there's one enemy that's running around, Odin will take them and teleport them back and stun the entire group. Additionally, he can remove the enemy's energy, essentially resetting the hero, reducing the amount of pressure that is on your team. Prince of Persia can stun the entire enemy team and do a significant amount of damage because he's ascended. And Screg, who is immune to CC, can push enemies back into their own half. And he has a mini Screg that runs across the battlefield, which pushes enemies back and interrupts any of the abilities that they are currently using. Another thing you can do is you can turn auto on and off. So if you're seeing that there's one enemy left, turn auto off, and as soon as you start the new battle, then you're starting with full energy, and you can easily wipe out 1 or 2 enemy heroes before they even had a chance to use any of their abilities. There we go. I've gotten the 3rd and final green seal. Now I can teleport, but I would like to get a few more relics to boost up my team so they can easily attack the final enemies. So once you have gotten the final reward for the specific color that you are getting, green or blue, then just exit out, click finish event, and click on the same event and say begin again. Then you just get the color that you previously have not gotten in order to get the rewards that you have previously not received. And once you've completed that color, so now you've completed both green and blue, and now you'll be able to go in for a 3rd time using the exact same process and just pick up any rewards that you have missed out on the previous 2 rounds. There we go. And now I'm going to get my final relic from these enemies before I head into the final boss. If you're struggling with any of these enemies or with this stage, just rinse and repeat, get better relics, get a mercenary, or retry the stage until you get the results that you want.